Hello everyone, this is Jay from BroGaming TCG, and today we are here looking at Gardevoir GX from Sun and Moon 3. Now, I really want to get right into this card because there is a lot to talk about. So, Fairy decks definitely seem to be getting a lot of support. Now, we have Sylveon GX and now Gardevoir GX, and it is really similar to a Pokemon we have had in the past. It's kind of similar to Blastoise's Deluge ability, which was really the main source of power for that deck. It made that archetype really have an impact in the game for quite a long time. So let's take a look at it. It's a fairy type Pokemon with 230 HP, a little bit lower than the Stage 2 Pokemon that we have seen in the past from the GX series. So its ability, Fountain of Secrets. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach one fairy energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Now, this is definitely very interesting because it is kind of an engine for fairy decks, and I think that it will definitely be an engine in a lot of fairy decks, and not only that, but in its own deck, because now not only can you attach regularly, but you can attach with the ability as well, so you can get two fairy energies down on the field very, very easily. Plus, we still have Xerneas, so you can also get fairy energies that way. So looking at its first attack, Infinite Force, this attack does 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. So if it is only one fairy energy, which means that it's going to be doing at least a base of 30 damage. And then for every energy that your opponent has on their Pokemon, it will be doing 30 more damage. So looking at some of the big archetypes right now, you have Sylveon, which needs 3, so it will be doing 120. I don't think really any archetypes use more than 3 though, so it's usually going to be doing about 120. Throw a Choice Band on there and it is doing 150, which is a 2-hit KO on GXs and EXs, so not the greatest attack, but still can do a lot of damage. Alright, so its GX attack is, once again, only one fairy energy, which is very rare for a GX attack. It says search your discard pile for 10 cards, show them to your opponent, and shuffle them back into your deck. Now, this is really, really cool because it's basically a massive Super Rod. So not only can you really use your deck wisely, you can also get 10 cards from your discard pile that you have already used back into your deck. So that could be supporters, item cards, Pokemon, really anything, and it really could make a big impact on the game. And especially if you're low on cards in your deck, 10 cards can last you 10 more turns. So it has a weakness to steel, which is really good. There's not very many steel decks other than Metagross GX, Solgaleo GX, and that one's not very prominent in the meta right now, so it's got a really good weakness, and it has a resistance to dark, which obviously Yveltal EX and Turbo Darkrai are decks that have seen some play in the meta here recently. So overall, guys, I do think this card is definitely something to be watching and to be looking at. I don't know, though, how well it's going to do in the current meta that we have, but it will definitely be added in some decks. It's a great engine card and really could speed up some fairy-type decks. So anyways, leave your opinions on this card in the comment section below. I always love to hear them. Anyways, guys, this has been Jay from BroGaming TCG, and I want to remind you to always keep on battling and pursue your dreams.